Hey guys, it's Max here. So my 2024 goals are extremely ambitious, but I think that fits my character since I'm an extremely ambitious person. Um, and the way that I plan and I go into my goals, and I'm going to tell you my goals in just a second, but the way that I plan my goals is I strive for something that is near impossible to reach. Okay, in terms of what I believe to be impossible. And I've had to have a lot of mental work in terms of shifting my beliefs on what is actually possible, right? So, I always set goals to the point where if I reach my goal, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon and, it'll be very, very good. But I also set them as if, even if I don't reach that goal, okay, I would have at least gotten halfway there, 60% there. Which I would still be extremely, extremely happy with. So most of these goals are set like that, except a few. And, that just takes me on to the first one, which is having 10,000 YouTube subscribers. So having 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, I think it is extremely plausible, especially the way that things are going now with my YouTube. And if I continue, uploading regularly and you guys continue liking the videos and stuff, which leads me to, if you guys want to see any videos at all, just leave them in the comments and I'll be sure to make them to the best of my ability. But I think 10,000 subscribers is a good goal. It's not too ambitious, but it's just ambitious enough to the point where, if you guys watched one of my previous videos where I explained how I made $100,000 in 2023 in my first year in business, I think 10,000 subscribers will get me to the point where I am a respectable figure in the whole space. So, I'm a respectable figure in the online business space and especially in my niche, and I'm not just that agency kid anymore. So even though I love the agency model, I absolutely love it, but I just think it'll give me that extra bit of credibility which will allow me to absolutely propel my success in the next coming years, because the more authority I have, the more the more I can charge and the more things I can sell essentially. And also, with that, I gain knowledge, which allows me to provide more value, etc., etc. And it's a bit of a, continuous flywheel. So that is the first goal, is 10,000 YouTube subscribers. The second goal is my first $50,000 month. Now, the reason that I put this is because I think it's entirely achievable. Last year in December, so like literally 2 weeks ago, December was my best month in business. Did about $20-something thousand in revenue. And my goal going into 2024 is all numbers that I speak now are purely profit, because what I've realized is that I inflate my ego a lot by talking about revenue numbers. Even though it's good money, it's still 60%, 70% profit margins. It's still very, very good. But I just think it would be a lot better in terms of me. Okay, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I do $100,000 a month in revenue. That could be 10,000 profit, which isn't really what I want. I want a high profit business, and I want to be content in the profit that I make. So from going forward now, I'm going to do my best to only talk in terms of profit. And if I do talk in terms of revenue, I'm going to be extremely transparent in terms of the profit numbers that get spoken about. So first $50,000 profit month, okay? And it kind of ties into the third goal, which is $500,000 cash collected, okay, in revenue. And $250,000 in profit this year. So that means I'm going to have to average around $20,000 $22,000 a month. But obviously, I'm striving to increase my income. I'm not striving for linear gain. I'm striving for exponential gain. So with that $50,000 a month, I think that it will grow and it will compound. And I'm expecting to hit that first 50K month by the middle of the year, hopefully. So that is goal 3 and 4, 500K cash collected, 250K profit. But those are the bare minimums that I'm striving for. The next goal is more related towards my health, because I feel like it was a bit neglected last year since I was working so hard to prove to myself and prove to, you know, the people around me that I could do this. And I was focusing a lot on money, which isn't a bad thing, but I neglected my health a lot, and I didn't get fat or anything. I kind of just maintained what I have. But, you know, if you're not growing, you're dying. So my goal is to bench 100 kgs. So I think that's 225 pounds for you guys in America, which doesn't sound like a lot to most people, but that is one of my goals. And, you know, with that, it comes, you know, it comes with progress. So obviously my physique is going to get better. I'm going to be stronger, fitter. You know, I'm doing tennis, boxing, golf, a lot of sports and stuff. So my health is going to be one of the main priorities of this year, along with obviously business as well. So yeah, and the third goal, the seventh goal is to register my business in Dubai. So, you know, the long-term plan is always to do that. But if I can do that this year, I think it'll give me a massive edge over everybody that doesn't have that, because I'll be saving money on taxes, and I will be able to use that money that I would be, you know, investing in paying taxes, and I'll be able to invest it back into the business, which ultimately, if I'm trying to make 40% a year in business, then like 40% more money, then me just setting up a business in Dubai where I pay 0% corporate and 0% personal income tax, that already gives me a 40%, you know, advantage over everybody else in the entire, you know, online business space. So that is one of my main goals. And the last goal is, because I'm a big golfer, golf is probably one of my favorite sports. I'm just obsessed with it. My goal is to get to a below 10 handicap or lower. And the reason that is because I feel like it's a bit of a respectable number to get down to a 10 and then to get to single digits. But also, if you guys don't know, you know, I want to be able to get new clubs, and the better you get, the better clubs you can play with, because, you know, you get more control, you get more consistency, whatever it is. And I'm not allowing myself to buy new clubs until I get below a 10 handicap, just because it doesn't make sense to financially, and, you know, I'll just play like shit if I get them now. Now I'm playing off 16.4, which is very, very, very shit. But, you know, I'm going to the driving range most days just as a sort of breather at the end of the day, and it's very therapeutic and very calming, and I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, those are my 2024 goals. I didn't want to make anything too complicated, make anything too ambitious. I say that, but I'm literally going to have to 5 times my income, you know, that I made this year. But I feel like the knowledge that I've gained, and I'm willing to spend a lot more on knowing, on finding out what I don't know. So what I mean by that is I'm willing to spend a lot more on education, paying people for consulting calls, coaching, whatever it is. Like I'm about to pay William Brown $1,200 for a 1-hour call with him, just because I think that what he does ties in very, very well into what I'm wanting to do and what I'm currently doing as well. So, you know, you don't know what you don't know, and what is what you don't know costing you. So, you know, he always says that. So, and I completely agree. You know, like, why would I just find out for myself if I can just pay someone and, you know, avoid all the pitfalls and, you know, literally get the blueprint of their business, and do it myself? Like, why wouldn't I do that? And it makes complete and total sense. And I realized that last year, and that is something that I'm also going to be doing a lot this year. So those are my 2024 goals. You never know, they might change, they might evolve, I might reach them sooner than expected, I might not reach them, but all I can tell you is that I'm going to be doing every single thing that I need to do. I'm going to be doing all of the inputs that are needed to reach those goals. And, you know, I know if I focus on the inputs and I put in the work and put in the hours, which I can assure you I do, I know that the outcomes will, you know, they will take care of themselves. And focus on the incomes, the outcomes take care of themselves, and that generates the income. So that is what I'm focusing on this year, and I encourage you to set your goals and set them higher than you expect, because I promise you will reach them quicker than you expect if you put in the work and put in the inputs. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys have any videos that you guys want to see, please leave a comment down below, and I'll be sure to make those. Cheers.